again, agents. It's Dub OP here. Where do we start? Where do we start? The raid, matchmaking. Now, according to Ubisoft, there will be no matchmaking for the raid. For me personally, it's not probably going to be an issue, which is not the point at all. It's not the point at all. There are a lot of solo players out there that are probably not happy with this decision. Why they've decided to not put the matchmaking in the raid is... I honestly don't know why they haven't done it. Why would it be an issue to have the matchmaking? Again, I don't know why. If people want to matchmake and go in with a random team and not have communication and stuff like that, I just don't know why. I don't know why they've gone down this route. I mean, Destiny did it, but they had a great system in place where you could find people. You had the Destiny app and things like that, and other ways and sources to find people to play with. Yes, there's Discord and those kind of things, but not everybody knows about that. Not everybody is involved in those kind of things, and they're just going to be solo players that are going into the game. They're going to go to do the raid at the helipad, and it's just going to be, they can't matchmake, they can't go into it. If you don't already know, the raid will be released today. That is going to be out this afternoon. If you're in the UK, there will be maintenance today for approximately 3 hours, so we'll have to wait for that to be completed first. Now, there was some information from Ubisoft themselves about the raid matchmaking and what the devs have said about this. And it's basically, we've decided to not include matchmaking as we don't think this will create a good gameplay experience for random groups. The raid will test your ability to communicate well, have a good build setup, and will require great teamwork to beat encounters. In general, the players should not look at the raid as another incursion. The raid is not something you do randomly. This is something you plan, you organise, and you prepare for builds, roles, etc. During the raid you communicate, and then you learn from that experience and do it differently the next time. So, yeah, we get that. We get that you need to communicate. We get that you need to speak to your team. There's probably going to be challenges involved and things like that, you know. But we're not exactly new to this type of activity within the game. Like I said, we had the raids from Destiny, and people have been able to do that without full communication. Even the incursions themselves from Division 1, they still had experiences that involved parts of those where you technically should have needed communication, like Dragon's Nest, when you had to hit the switches. There were 2 switches, there was one on the left, one on the right. You had to hit them in the same sequence. So, yeah, we can do it without communication. We are able to do those type of things. I don't know what you guys think of this. I mean, I'd like to hear your views on this in the comment section below. Is it an issue? Are you bothered about it? I mean, you've heard my opinion on this. I just don't see it making any difference whether they added it, you know. And I think that if enough people talk about this, they probably will add matchmaking, because, like we were saying, there are a lot of solo players out there that are going to struggle. But I will put some links in the description below, so if you are a solo player, you'll be able to get involved in different areas on Discord and other social media platforms to try and help you guys find a team to play with. I'd also like to add quick that a tweet before the game was actually released to do with matchmaking from Ubisoft, stating that matchmaking is provided for every game activity and difficulty level. So, you know, to have this before the game was released and then not include matchmaking in the raid. It's kind of stabbing yourselves in the back there, Ubisoft, but what can we do? Now, moving on to the more interesting and exciting things that are to do with the raid. There are a bunch of collectibles and items and different things that we can obtain from within the raid. So as we all know, it is an 8-player raid. There will be a apparel event, just like before when we had the 30 items in the caches. With this one, there's 5 outfits and 1 uniform. We've got 2 different masks. There's 4 emotes and 8 weapon skins. So be sure to collect as many of them as you can. In the raid itself, there are 3 new gear sets and there's an exotic assault rifle. And as I was talking about in a couple of previous videos, there are classified assignments for year 1 pass holders. I do believe that they have a 7-day cooldown period on those classified assignments. So if you do not have the year 1 pass, you should still be able to do those 2 missions after those 7 days have passed. Well, thanks for watching again then, agents. Don't forget to hit that like, hit the subscribe, turn notifications on so you can be first to see the new videos that I'll be uploading. I should either have a build video this evening, probably 9-10 o'clock UK time. If not, it will be tomorrow some point once I've done the raid. So be sure to check that out. Keep an eye out for it. Right then guys, see you later.